Okay guys, so what I'm here to talk about today is some NBA, and more specifically, I'm here to recap Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. The Indiana Pacers have just beat the Miami Heat by a score of 107-96. And how the Indiana Pacers won this game was by shooting the 3-point shot very, very well. The Indiana Pacers in this game were 8 of 19 from 3-point line, which is 42.1%. And how they got the open three was by constantly passing the ball. The Miami Heat could not rotate in time to cover the open 3-point man. That's why Paul George made 3 threes and George Hill was 3 of 7 from the 3-point line. That was one of the keys because, like I said, Miami, because they were paying so much attention to David West and Roy Hibbert and trying to trap them so they wouldn't get started. They would often leave George Hill or Paul George and even sometimes Lance Stevenson wide open from the perimeter. They were like, we gotta pick our poison. And unfortunately, it hurt the Miami Heat this game. Another factor why the Indiana Pacers won this game was because they shot 37 free throw attempts. They were 29 of 37 from the line, which is 78.4%. But during this playoff run, the Indiana Pacers have only taken about 23.5 attempts from the free throw line. So that's 14 more attempts than what they have been averaging during this playoff run. A large portion of those free throw attempts can be attributed to Roy Hibbert, who went 9 of 13 from the free throw line and got Chris Bosh in sort of early foul trouble, so Eric Spoelstra had to put Udonis Haslem, and he got Udonis Haslem also in foul trouble. The fact that Roy Hibbert was constantly receiving the ball in the low post and attacking also factor in to the open 3-point shots that the Indiana Pacers have. Because like I said earlier, the Miami Heat had to double team Roy Hibbert and David West at times. Now, what lost the game for the Miami Heat is their ability to not being able to get to the free throw line. Even though the Miami Heat were looking to constantly attack the basket, the Indiana Pacers had the defense, and in specific, Roy Hibbert. Roy Hibbert, even though he didn't have that many black shots, in fact, he only had one, he was able to stand in the paint and alter the Miami Heat game plan several times. Dwayne Wade and LeBron James went into the paint and had to pass out onto the perimeter, and they weren't able to get the basket at the rim and fouls called. The Miami Heat during this game only attempted 15 free throw attempts, and during this playoff run, they normally attempt 24.6 free throws a game. That's about 9 less free throws than what they have been averaging. So that was a large factor of why the Miami Heat didn't win this game, even though Dwayne Wade and LeBron had 25 apiece in this game. But the ability cannot get Roy Hibbert and David West in foul trouble really hurt them. Now, also another contributing factor was the fact that the Miami Heat weren't as effective from the 3-point line. The Miami Heat during this playoff run typically attempt 23.6 threes per game and make 9.1 of those threes, which is a percentage of 38.7%. However, in this game, the Miami Heat went they made 6 threes out of 23 total attempts, and that accumulated to a percentage of 26.1%. While the Miami Heat attempted 23 threes, oftentimes these threes were short. A lot of them were off the front rim. I guess you could associate that to not putting enough leg power behind the 3-point shot, or the fact that they're not used to the rim yet and how the rim is when it comes to 3-point shots. But ultimately, Roy Hibbert and David West made the difference in this game. That was the bottom line, and that's why the Pacers won. Okay, guys, that's it for right now. Peace.